So what would you say to someone who is contemplating a move or getting residency? Any watch outs, anything that they should prepare, anything that they should keep in mind or consider just in preparation for this process?
I think that one of the biggest issues that foreigners have when they do any Dominican process, not just residency, is the fact that you have to acclimate. You're coming to a different country with a different mentality. I know especially Americans are all about time frames and schedules and, everything has to be just so. That's not the case here, guys. Okay?
No, definitely not.
You're talking about a country that the economy is on the rise, the infrastructure is ever improving, but it is far from being a completely developed country in that sense. It's on a growth path. What this means is when it comes to efficiency, when it comes to speed, not a shining example.
No.
So.
And it's island time. It's island vibe. Even the flies are slow. I mean, if you swing at a fly, you might hit it. So be careful. But at the end of the day, this is why we love it here.
You just hit on a point that I wanted to mention. I did not want to emulate the corporate attitude that I had in the States. Mm-hmm. I did not want to run a firm on that type of mentality or on that type of feel. I wanted it to be different. This firm is a completely different creation.
Okay, so elaborate.
Besides providing, legal representation, of course it's very serious work. We want to emulate the mentality, the energy of the country. We're happy. We want to be happy. We want to enjoy ourselves. Not this excessive formality where people feel like they got to wear a suit to come see me. I didn't want to run a firm that way. I have a relationship with most, and I deal with volume, and somehow I still manage to know who everybody is. Mm-hmm. Everybody. But when you come to do a process here, clothe yourselves with patience.
That is a tip. That is
you must.
A tip from a pro. And that is something really important for people to know because it can be like that and things can be different from what people have in mind.
The other thing is the most ridiculous thing you can possibly say, please don't do it to yourself, that they'll come back out and say, well, in the U.S. or in Canada, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you not realize you crossed the pond, sweetie?
I regularly
You're in a whole different country. We don't care about what happens out there.
Exactly.
Different country, their own laws. Right. So you have to deprogram. Okay? Now, this doesn't mean that to be in the DR, you have to alienate yourself from your culture. Okay? Because I listen to my R&B all the time.
Yes. I mean, we are still who we are.
I do not do wicker furniture at all.
I remember.
Do you hear me? And I'll deny this if anybody ever asks.
But
I listened to the Bee Gees. There, I said it.
What? Oh my goodness. We're going to have to get a play. You guys make some recommendations.
I've been shamed. I'm outed.
We're going to get a playlist for Maria.
I have
some of the favorites.
In the closet Bee Gees fan for a long time. And the Doobie Brothers.
Oh
my favorite song from the Doobie Brothers is What a Fool Believes. So, yeah.
I'm going to get into some more of the Bee Gees. I know some of their songs, but not
Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
The Woo Woo song. You know about the Woo Woo song, don't you?
I do.
James Ingram. I love James. I was supposed to marry that man.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he might need residency.
In another life, he was going to be my husband, 3 kids, sing me to sleep every night.
Oh, my goodness, Maria. But you got me good. I love this, and I really have enjoyed this time with you. You are really one of my favorite people, and I just can't speak enough to how much you mean to me. And I really wanted to offer to any of our podcast viewers to also know someone here who can help navigate anything legal. Today, we just wanted to focus on residency, but this is my homegirl, the legal expert here in Punta Cana and all of the Dominican Republic for any and everything you need, because we sell real estate and people come to me and say, they told me you don't need a lawyer to buy a property, or I have a cousin or a friend who bought in this town or that town and they did it without a lawyer. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you doing? I don't do anything without getting a legal consultation, because residency process, buying properties, and those types of things, it is good to have a professional who really knows what they're doing. Who would want to navigate the residency process and all of that alone? When you have somebody like Maria or anybody from her team, I tell you how my process was. Show up and sign, really, at the end of the day, because they had everything organized, everything laid out. They were very, very clear about everything and the knowledge. So I just wanted to say that.
You're very sweet to say that.